It's not a question of us wanting to bring the party to the centre, it's a question of wanting to bring the centre to us. We know that 61% of Canadians want a more progressive vision of Canada. 39% voted for Mr. Harper. So our first strategy has to consist on getting the people who don't vote, or who don't vote anymore, and there's 40% of the Canadian population that didn't vote, including 65% of young people aged 18 to 25. Now, the Conservatives are leaving the largest ecological, economic, and social debt in our history in their backpacks, and yet they're not voting. They might be involved in an environment group in their community, they might be helping out as a volunteer here or there, but they're not adding some of their time to work in the political sphere as well. So that has to be part of our objective. What we did in Quebec is we talked beyond our traditional base. That wasn't hard. We didn't have nearly as much of one in Quebec as existed in other provinces, but we talked to First Nations, we talked to cultural communities and new Canadians. We talked to young people and we brought them in. We got a lot of them elected, and that's been part of our success. So there was no contradiction between the campaign we ran in Quebec and the general campaign, but it was far more adapted, it was adjusted, it was attuned to the priorities of Quebecers. That's exactly what we have to do in the rest of Canada. So that's not a question of throwing aside any of our long-standing beliefs. That's simply a question of adapting, modernizing our way of explaining ourselves, our way of approaching people. You know, when you look at a place like Saskatchewan, where we've failed for 4 general elections in a row to elect a single NDP MP, we realize that unless we change our approach, we're going to get the same result. So it's not a question of abandoning your ideals or what you represent. It's a question of adapting it and going after the people who might share your goals, share your vision, but who for different reasons just haven't voted for you.